everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie. Today I am back with a start to finish review video on a kit called The Last Fairy from Craftibly and the artist Wormtail. In this video, I'm going to take you through unboxing this kit and sharing my first impressions through finishing the kit and talking about what the experience was like of working on it and giving you a look at how it looks finished. This kit is unfortunately from a shop that has since closed, but I do see kits from the shop frequently pop up in destashes or on third-party sites like Mercari. So while I won't be able to link to Craftibly's website directly below, you can always keep an eye out in those spots for kits from the shop if you would like. So I hope it's okay. I'm still going to share the process of working on this kit with you. Craftibly is one of my favorite shops, and I cherish the kits that I have in my collection from them, and I decided that life is too short to let these languish in my stash, so I'm going to be working on one of these. And right now I'm in the midst of doing kind of a kit up palooza and a recording palooza as I'm about to start a whole new batch of kits for the 26 for 26 challenge. I'll have that video linked below where I talk about how I'm going to be approaching it and diving into it. But yeah, this is actually the first of the unboxings I'm doing for these kits, so I'm getting into it here. Now, this one I had gotten it came, actually I got this from a destash. I have never looked at it, though I think the package is open, probably the original seller checked contents and whatnot, but it came in this tube. And I thought that it maybe had said, I thought there was a tag or something on the outside that said what this was, but maybe it fell off. I don't remember, because I don't see it now. But yeah, they had these tubes that you could get with their kits sometimes. And there was a plastic wrap in here. I'm pretty sure this is the right kit. Let's open it up and take a look. Now, I got this one from a destash because I had originally passed on it when it was first available from Craftibly. But then I saw a couple of people post finishes of it in the time since Craftibly closed. And that made me go, oh shoot, I actually think I really want that kit. And so when it popped up, I don't know if it was on Mercari or in a destash group, I jumped on it really quickly because I was like, oh, there it is. So I just love Craftibly's kits, and anytime I open up one of these and talk about them, I just say I am so sad that they had to close their doors. The whole set of circumstances was just so unfortunate, and like I said, I really do cherish the kits I have in my collection from them because they just are really solid quality in my opinion. Now, I don't think I've ever done a square drill kit from them. This one is rounds as well. One of these days I'll have to try one of their square drill kits and see what those are like, because I have a few in my stash, but I think most of them are rounds. So this is this really beautiful kit. I do have the benefit of having seen this one completed, and I know it's going to be stunning. I love her. Oh my gosh. She is like, her eyes. There's just so much emotion there, and it's even coming through not just in the original artwork, but the render on the canvas. This looks incredible. Okay. Here is the sticker sheet that Craftibly always sent out. So it's 20 by 28 inches. I'll get you the centimeters. I don't speak inches when it comes to diamond paintings. Just really silly stickers. That was always fun. And then this I'm going to use in my paper logbook once I start working on the kit, and you can see the original artwork. She's striking. Wormtail's artwork is really pretty, and I think that they mostly got this artist's work from stock websites. That's why you see like Shutterstock as the copyright there. It was all licensed artwork, what they had. We have a set of pre-cut sticker labels, 61 colors in this kit, DMC code in the right-hand column. We've got a ton of special drills in this one, ABs, and then LZ I think is crystals. This was before the dust diamonds were really a thing, so you're not really going to see any dust diamonds pre-charted in Craftibly kits, but you can always add in enhancement drills yourself if you wanted. Here's their info pamphlet. This just, like, even just seeing this, I get very nostalgic, and this is so bittersweet to me to see. And, like, share your progress. I miss Craftibly. I miss Craftibly a lot. We plant a tree with every order. I remember getting those notifications in my email. They were good people in a good shop. And they shut down just because of really an awful set of circumstances with shipping delays and customs issues. And I don't even fault them at all for it, honestly. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's not get mired in that sad stuff. Craftibly, all their branding and stuff. They have this like kind of sparkly canvas. It's a short lint, soft lint backing to it. I call this the medium to thick plastic cover, and yeah, really sticky glue. No issues with their glue. Colorless at the top left as well as over at the bottom right. Got a thumbnail on there too. And then this looks like this is about 50 by 70-ish centimeters, but we'll measure it. Licensing info down here in the thumbnail, and then you know, they had a guarantee and you could share your progress and stuff. They had a Facebook group and everything. Looking up close, so these are hand charted kits. I really enjoy how Craftibly charts their kits a lot. They had a really strong personal touch to it and really a high dedication to quality, and had more of a clean, crisp, finished look when it came to their kits that I really enjoy a lot. This is going to have round diamonds. You can kind of see this slight round shape on the symbols there. The symbol clarity is really good. I feel like there's a couple of symbols that are similar that I'm going to be using the stickers and the colors are different enough. I'm not personally worried about it, but if you're like hand drawing your symbols, I could see being a little concerned. But they have like this kind of angled symbol right here in pink, and then they have it going a different direction in blue. So it's just something to keep an eye out with their kits sometimes. And there's her face. This does have some color blocking. Color blocking is where you have like here, this white color is a good example. Blocks of the same color, you can multi-place those. You'll have that color in your tray for longer. Those will go faster. And then this does definitely have some confetti too. So confetti is where you have more color changes in a small area. There's some good examples back here. You'll be doing more single placing and changing the color out in your tray more often. So definitely a hand charted kit though. I am so looking forward to working on this one, and I'm glad that I'm going to be doing it among several other whips. Okay, in centimeters, this is 72 centimeters. Among several other whips, because that'll extend the length of time I get to enjoy working on this one. Okay, and then 51 centimeters. So yeah, like 50 by 70-ish was kind of what I was thinking it looked like. A little taller than 70. Here we've got our pack of diamonds. We've got the sticker on here so that you know what canvas these go with. And here's our set of colors. These I think these are probably acrylic rounds. When it comes to round diamonds though, I personally am fine if the rounds are made of acrylic as opposed to resin. Now, if we're talking about square diamonds, resin or bust, really. But rounds, I've worked with Craftibly's rounds and I don't really have complaints about their acrylic rounds. Am I gonna have to rip the sticker? I will. Aw, well, there's not really another way around it. That's okay. I've got my logbook sticker in the other sticker sheet. So, okay. These do come pre-bagged. So if you wanted to just work out of the bags, you could take those sticker labels and put them straight on here. The 15 is going to be the legend number. And we're upside down. So like 15 right here is 15 there, and then 796 is the DMC code. So you can match it up that way. I am personally not a fan of working out of baggies, so I will be kitting these up into storage containers to make it much easier on myself and save my sanity a bit. Now, one upside to these most likely being acrylic rather than resin diamonds is that acrylic diamonds typically have less static. If you're looking at these in the bags, there's like, I don't even think that's static cling, truly. I think that's just, they're just kind of there, you know? But if you do still find yourself running into some sort of static, you could use dryer sheets to help try to dispel that a little bit. That could probably help. This color palette, all these jewel tones are really, really pretty. And again, I've seen this completed. I know it's gonna be so stunning. All right, let's talk our special drills in this one. Now, in one of my recent start to finish videos, I tried out I just showed you the special drills in the bags, but I didn't take you through the canvas to point out where they went, because I knew that in that same exact video, you were going to get to see it finished and I'd go through it with you. So I'm gonna try the same thing here. But if in these videos you would prefer that I still take you through and show you where the special drills go before completing it, I'd be happy to do so. Oh, there's a couple little loose diamonds here. I didn't think any of the bags were like really open, but maybe just a couple of diamonds that didn't, like, that kind of got stuck on the outside. That's okay. So anyway, we have some ABs to start. AB dime is, oh, let me zoom you in, it'll be easier. AB stands for Aurora Borealis. These ones have this really sparkly iridescent coating on the top, and they get their name from the northern lights. You can really see on this darker purple color. It reflects kind of a variety of different colors, and especially these white ones, you can see it's very like rainbowy almost. Iridescent really is the word for it. And these are going to grab your eye and draw it to the areas it has been charted. It can sometimes reflect some of the colors of the diamonds around it too. It's going to pop a bit for sure. So we've got this pink, we have this aqua, this light purple, this slightly darker purple, and then a bunch of this white color. Then we also have some crystals in this one. We have three crystal colors. And these crystal ones, this mirror backing is what's going to go flat on the canvas and cover up the diamonds and help with the reflectiveness of that crystal effect. So we have this really gorgeous royal purple LZ550. Then we have this one's more, these are really close. This one's a slightly darker color. Yeah, that's pretty true to color what's coming through the camera. So LZ718 and LZ3607. So I have absolutely loved the special drill placement in past Craftibly kits that I've worked on, and so I'm excited to see where these go. Again, we're not going to go through that right now. Instead, I'm just going to kind of discover it as I'm working on it, and I will of course be sure to share it with you when I'm actually done with this and we're reviewing it together. So I may grab a clip or two, with my thoughts or, little time lapses along the way, but most likely we're just going to hop straight from here into the review part of this video. So I'm going to continue with my Kit Up Palooza for 26 for 26, and I look forward to checking in with you in just a moment. And that is a wrap on The Last Fairy. So it has, full disclosure, been around a month and a half since I filmed the unboxing part of this video. So I may repeat myself a little bit here as we kind of talk about how this looks completed. I'm sure that I mentioned in the first part of this video about how this was in a round of 7 or 8 whips where I was working on each project a row at a time before I'd swap to the next. So that's one of the reasons it took me a little while to complete. But this was a kit that I was always pretty happy to be coming back to when it was its turn in the rotation. Let's talk a little bit more about it. I have my paper logbook here where I track my stats and my thoughts on kits that I actually diamond paint on, and slowly filling this one up. Let's see. The Last Fairy. Okay, so I've put the original artwork in here and then written down all the stats and whatnot. This is my 25th finish of the year. I do need to go in and probably do just like a manual count to be able to grab the drill count on this one. I write down in my logbook the things that I loved, the meh, and notes, things like the shop was out of business and I was doing this for a challenge and stuff. So overall, this was a pretty consistent experience with other Craftibly kits that I've worked on. I'm realizing that I don't know that I've worked on a Craftibly square drill kit before, so maybe that's something I can work into my rotation at some point. I know I have at least a couple in my stash, but for the most part, the Craftibly kits I've been working on have been rounds, and so yes, my experience was consistent with other round drill kits I've worked on from them. I have my drills here, by the way. I had plenty left over in all of my drill colors. I was not in danger of running out of any of them at all, which is always nice because then I'm not even stressed. It's very relaxed. So I started down here at the bottom and worked my way up a row at a time, and it really does have a lot of very beautiful jewel tones. And the special drills that are throughout, I feel like elevate it nicely, though there is one that I am less sure of that we'll talk about. I'm curious if it might jump out at you if you're, as we're kind of pulling this one up and looking at it through the camera. There's one crystal in particular that I was like, ooh, that one doesn't. Crystals can be tricky because they have a different finish and kind of effect to them. It can kind of change what the color actually looks like. Sometimes I feel like it works really well and used in the right spots, and in others I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know. It's more distracting than anything. I think overall the rendering of this piece is beautiful. I have to say, again, it's pretty consistent with the other Craftibly kits I've worked on. I really liked their rendering style a lot. I thought it was pretty clean and usually did the original artwork justice really nicely. So I thought her face was so striking. The colors, the shading, the details they gave. Like, you can get that sense of the feeling, the emotion in her eyes in a way that, and her lips, like the details in her lips, it just comes through in a way that not every company can do well when they're rendering artwork. So it's one of the reasons I love my Craftibly kits. So as far as special drill thoughts, since this has been in front of you for a minute, the different special drills that were in this kit were a couple of different shades of pink, and then there was a royal purple crystal. There's two pink crystals, a royal purple crystal, and then we had an aqua AB, a pink AB, a couple of purple ABs, and a white AB. And the white AB was great. It does give a little bit of glow to that background. I don't know if that's supposed to be a moon or what behind her. It's also in parts of her hair, and it looks really nice. The aqua AB is also in her hair. It's kind of a subtle sparkle. The little symbol on her forehead has the white and aqua ABs in it too. There's also the light purple in there. The finished, kind of the AB finish on these isn't super in your face, but like that's a purple AB. And then the crystals, we had the pink crystals mainly in these kinds of pink areas, usually next to each other. There's a darker pink and a lighter pink crystal. And then the purple crystals were in some of these darker purple areas. The pink crystals, I think it does work pretty well in her hair. I do like it. And then this is purple crystals, like a dark purple crystal through here. It's also in some of the kind of, like it's in some of these shades here. And then there's some ABs down here. This is like the clasp and the jewel like on her, like at her cloak, and maybe like a necklace on her chest. I wasn't totally sure what that was. But there's some special drills in there. I thought that was a really nice spot for those. And then down here, otherwise, there's not really any special drills. Now, the special drill I was the most hesitant about and liked the least, honestly, was going to be that dark purple crystal. I feel like it stands out too much and doesn't blend well with the colors around it. It doesn't, like there's no transition between these other colors it's supposed to be between. It's very stark to me, and it's mostly in the background, and like it's this background up here, this dark purple crystal. I just think I would have been fine without it and just letting that be a regular non-special purple drill. I think maybe would have suited it better. The lines over here, I thought again that crystal effect was a little bit stark, but that's just my own personal opinion. You can obviously disagree, but that was really the only one. Normally I'm all about all the special drills that are charted in my Craftibly kits, but that was one that I went, oh, I don't know that quite had the effect that I imagine that they were imagining, if you know what I mean. But overall, this kit, would I recommend it? Absolutely. Honestly, if you like what you're seeing here, I feel really good about recommending Craftibly kits. You have to hunt them down in destashes at this point because the shop has closed. But the shop didn't close because of poor quality. It was just a really awful set of circumstances with delays in getting pre-orders in, and I think a lot on their manufacturers and just kind of taking way longer than they were supposed to. And so just in case you're wondering, like, why would I recommend ordering from a shop that's closed? Because there are others out there I wouldn't feel good about recommending you order from that have closed. But Craftibly is not one of those. I feel pretty solid about saying, yeah, if you see a piece in a destash from this kit, from this company, and you like the artwork, at least round drill kits. I do have to say that again. I realized that I don't think I've worked on a square drill kit from this company, and so I don't know that I could specifically speak to the quality of their square drills. But it's on my radar to maybe do at some point, but admittedly I'm not in a rush to go through all of my Craftibly kits since they are so limited. Someday though, and I will of course report back whenever I do get to that. But the last fairy, this was absolutely beautiful piece, and I was glad I worked on it. The only other thing I guess I would mention, I know I keep doing like a Midwest goodbye here. The only other thing I might mention is that for me personally, and I didn't give this really a lot of airtime otherwise because it's so subjective. It took me a long time to get through this round of whips, and I was a little bit bored by the time I was getting towards the end of this project. And so when I ranked it, I think enjoyment was a 5 or 6 out of 10. I feel like it would have been higher if I wouldn't have been feeling like my current round of whips was a little bit of a slog and feeling like, this one I started a month and a half ago or something like that. And that's just a long time for me personally to have a whip sitting, you know, that I haven't finished it. Like I've started but haven't finished. It's a long time for me to have a whip. But that's just a little personal note, I guess I'm adding at the end as far as why my enjoyment rating is what it was. That's why that rating in my logbook, it's so subjective. I say don't put too much stock in it because it can vary wildly. Even just like, what did I have for breakfast that morning? You know, was I in a bad mood when I was sitting down and writing it out, or a great mood, you know? So we got to take it with that big old grain of salt. But that said, I hope that you enjoyed this start to finish review video and that you found it helpful, enjoyable, some combination of the two. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are down in the comments below. Is this a company that you are interested in trying out? If you can find them in a destash, what are your thoughts on this particular kit? Especially, did it kind of, at least through the scope of the lens of a video, did it meet your expectations based on what you saw in the unboxing part of the video and now seeing it completed? Yeah, just share with me what your own thoughts are. I always love getting to read those. If you want to see more diamond painting videos from me, including other unboxings and reviews and from a variety of different companies, along with weekly whip and chats and other diamond painting related videos like how-tos and tutorials, please feel free to subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And yeah, I'm gonna let you go though. Thank you again for watching. I hope you're doing very, very well. Happy crafting. I will talk to you in the next one. Bye guys.